acupuncturist and herbalist. Today I like to talk about serotonin and melatonin, how they influence each other. I think many people took melatonin before for insomnia and jet lag. Melatonin is produced by pineal gland. It serves as a neurohormone which modifies your sleep. It will make you sleep deeper. Melatonin is produced from tryptophan, and serotonin is the direct precursor of melatonin. So I took melatonin during my trip to China. And Bob, did you ever take melatonin for sleep?
Yeah, I did for a little while. I took like 5 milligrams when I was recovering from different surgeries, having problems with pain. I might have been taking Tylenol for the pain issue, but that didn't help me sleep. So I was taking melatonin for a while. But I think you can get easily addicted to melatonin, and it becomes a crutch where you think that you can't sleep unless you take something like that. But now I have no problem sleeping at all, and I no longer use melatonin to help me get a good night's sleep.
So last episode we talked about the serotonin, and this time we're gonna dig out how serotonin and melatonin work, interact with each other. Because just like I mentioned, serotonin is the precursor. The precursor means a chemical that you can use to produce another chemical. So in one of the journal, it's called Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine 2017. It mentioned that majority of melatonin supplement contain serotonin. So that means when you are taking melatonin, you could also take serotonin. And the serotonin overdose is dangerous. So there's a serotonin syndrome, which cause blood pressure go up, which cause muscle spasticity, spasm, rigidity, and also can dilate your pupil. It increases the heart rate, especially for people who tend to have high blood pressure. And according to my experience, I went to China a week ago. I took the melatonin before, it never worked. So I said, maybe I should just increase the dosage. Instead of taking 5 milligram, and I took 10 milligram. And I don't know if it's working, but then I measured my blood pressure. It's constantly high, and it's 140 to 150. I was like, I always have low blood pressure. Why my blood pressure suddenly goes up? And then I did some study about how melatonin and serotonin working. It's the connection of melatonin and serotonin. And in Journal of New England Medicine, New England Journal of Medicine 2017, it explains the melatonin syndrome. And the other journal I just mentioned, the Clinical Journal of Sleep Medicine, that mentioned how the melatonin and the serotonin can be all contained in majority of the supplements, melatonin supplements. So if people have high blood pressure, you are taking the high blood pressure medication, right? And if suddenly blood pressure going up, then one of the reasons could be related with taking melatonin, which might contain serotonin. And serotonin, we talk about, it can fight the depression. It makes your stomach move faster. So if too much serotonin, like people take SSRI, which increase the serotonin level dramatically to fight depression. that can increase their blood pressure. Like my condition, I don't take any SSRI, but after menopause, my blood pressure tend to fluctuate. So in the morning, it'll go up to 120, 110, and then it drops at lunchtime, at dinner time, which is normal. But now consistently above 130 is abnormal. And one of the reasons is I was taking melatonin high dosage, 10 milligram. So if you ever take melatonin, then be careful with your blood pressure and heart rate.
Well, excuse me. Well, when I did take melatonin, is a serotonin listed on the bottle? So what is the safe level of serotonin to take when you're taking melatonin?
So that's this Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine explains, because most melatonin supplement does not list how much serotonin is there. So it's hard to regulate that. And you just need to figure out how you feel. So you don't want to take something consistently. Like for my situation, I happened to measure my blood pressure and I was not stressed out. I didn't eat out with high salt food, and I don't have high blood pressure before. And so I was keep thinking, what's wrong with me? And then finally, I realized it's the melatonin, which might contain some serotonin, because I never have serotonin supplements or tryptophan. So my body is very sensitive to serotonin. So high dosage of melatonin might have more, high dosage of melatonin may have more serotonin, but it's not listed in the bottle.
How long does that stay in your system where you have been home from China for a week and you're still experiencing some high blood pressure?
I think 24, 48 hours it cleared up, because once I get back, I stopped the melatonin. And so my blood pressure dropped to 106, 110. And then last night, I woke up in the middle of the night at 2:30 and I was worried. I said, what if I didn't fall back to sleep? And I don't want to take other medication to help me. So I took 10 milligram melatonin, I think at around 2:30, and I drank some lemon juice, and it took me 3 hours to fall back to sleep. And I measured the blood pressure this morning. It went up to 130. So it's really verifies that the serotonin does increase the blood pressure. And also I find my mood is like hyper. I was like, you notice that I talk a lot. And also it can dilate the pupil. And I'm a sensitive person. Even drinking coffee can dilate my pupil, stimulate my heart rate. So be careful with melatonin, high dosage. Thank you.